Good evening and welcome to our Philippines Pre-Market Strategy Meeting. This is your host, Elite Pro 8 Kai Hayes, streaming live from Austin, Texas. Magandang umaga at maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat na narito ngayon. Got it. First of all, special thanks to Gigi Donahue, along with our Filipino team leaders here in the US for making this meeting happen. And greetings to all our Filipino future business partners. So as you know, Philippine market is about to explode. And yes, in every business, whether traditional or network marketing, of course, timing is everything, right? So in order to be a part of this history to come, all you have to do is to make a decision. And once you do, call to action must take place, right? Because even if you make numerous decisions, but you do not match it with action, guys, decision alone takes you nowhere. So moving on. Thank you all for joining us tonight for our with our very special guest who will walk us through the potential products that we are going to launch in the Philippines. And what a great way to hear it from the doctor himself, right? So just to make myself clear, you guys, we are not open yet officially, okay? This call is a preparatory informational Zoom call. I believe in early preparation, right? So we need to do that. And the positive news is we are opening up the Philippine territory sometime in the month of May 2021. And this is the main reason why we are all here brainstorming about the products and the business opportunity that is about to take place. So in addition, allow me to give you a few announcements about how we could take advantage of being the first. I mean, why wait if we can already position ourselves by creating awareness early on, right? Now, this is how visionaries and early adopters do. They don't wait for anybody, you guys. I don't know if you agree with me, but it only takes one to build a momentum, or it only takes one to create a movement. So you may ask yourself, is it you? Or are you going to wait until everybody's doing it before you make a decision? No, you don't. Because in order to win, guys, you got to go do it and never look back. So let's itemize the facts that will help you make a choice. You may write this down if you wish. It is a fact that mid-May of 2021 is the target date for opening the Philippine market. Okay. It is a fact that our products are second to none. So we have no competition. And why is that? Because we are in the business of disrupting the supplemental business, the supplementation business through activation. Here's the brief analogy. You know, rotary phones were disrupted by iPhones, right? What about typewriters? Typewriters became obsolete due to computers, right? So in our case, no one has what we have. Guys, no competition. So this is going to be massive. And it is a fact that LifeVantage will have their own office in Manila. In fact, warehousing and shipping is now ready in Singapore. And the entry level, including the compensation plan, is now being prepared for you. And then next, it is a fact that numerous Filipinos will have business or job opportunities to earn extra income or to potentially become a millionaire within 2 to 5 years. So you got a choice. Which one is for you? Okay. And then last is, it is a fact that because people who are the first, you know, and whoever commits 100% are those who will win. So additionally, this is just for your information. I am booked to fly on March 31st. And let me share with you a few tips on how to position early on before the big wave comes. This is what I'm going to do. I will have a one-on-ones with my potential leaders early on before the official launch. That's how you do it. Those leaders will schedule and host their exclusive home or different venue meetings with their potential leaders, where I will conduct overview presentations. And here's another guidance for those who plan to come to the Philippines to develop a winning team. Guys, you have to have a skin in the game. Reinvest in your business. You need money to make money, right? So prepare your budget. Work your LifeVantage business now until May and save up your commissions. And then lastly, I plan to tap Metro Manila and its provinces, right? And you know, we have 7,100 islands, right? And then I'm going to go to Cebu, Davao, Butuan. Then I will visit Hong Kong, Singapore, Japan, and Malaysia as needed. So I can support you guys who are here tonight, right? And the main goal should be to identify potential leaders like successful network marketers, successful businessmen, business owners who understand how to build a business in helping others, by helping others. But let us also include those who wants to make a change in their lives, whether in health or wealth, those who are literally hungry and seeking for a way out. So it's just the same as we're doing here in the United States. And the great news is that freedom is what we have for them. So guys, enough is said. It's time to introduce our one of the most sought speakers in LifeVantage, taking the stage of thousands, a former LifeVantage Science Advisory Board, a family medicine specialist in Tampa, Florida, with over 44 years of experience in the medical field, focusing on anti-aging, regenerative medicine, and life extension. Guys, this wonderful man is highly respected in both fields in network marketing industry as well as in medical fields. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome my very good friend and trusted business partner, Dr. Gene DeLucia. Gene, are you there?
Thank you, Kai. And
wonderful,
thank you everyone
wonderful.
for
Well,
jumping
Gene,
on.
thank you for honoring my invitation to present to us about the products. And I am certain that you will add so much value presenting our life-changing products. So are you ready?
Yeah, absolutely. So
Take it away then.
We'll talk first of all, obviously, about our flagship product, Protandim NRF2, which is the product we started with when we got into the company many years ago, over 10 years ago now. But Protandim NRF2 was developed at the University of Colorado by Dr. Joe McCord. They had published studies on it, and the first study published showed that Protandim was able to lower oxidative stress by an average of 40% in 30 days. And that was in everybody they tested. They tested people all the way to 80 years old. And at the end of that 30 days, their levels of oxidative stress were all down to the level essentially of a child. I saw that ABC News video that was done as a result of that published study. I saw that a little over 10 years ago. When I saw that, I thought, wow, this looks like a big deal. And I looked at the study and I looked at the science and how it worked through what we call epigenetics. We're turning those pathways back on to re-regulate our gene expression back to our youthful level. And when we do that, we can increase the level of our good enzymes that protect our bodies from damage, from cellular damage, oxidative stress. And then we've discovered also lowering inflammation. So by doing that, we can help people be healthier. We can certainly, I started using it 10 years ago myself and my patients, my family, and saw amazing results with it. So through very unique science that nobody else has, we have patented products now that are proven to let us live longer, healthier lives. And that's really what our goal is. So the NRF2 pathway is a pathway that leads to our survival genes to turn them back on to do what they did when we were essentially kids. And those are antioxidant detoxification pathways. So we can turn on our antioxidant enzymes' ability to protect our cells, to repair our cells, and raise our main detox enzyme, glutathione, to start to clean our bodies out. Very, very significant and unique. The next product the company developed was True Science, which was essentially our anti-aging cream, but it's patented also, designed to repair every level of our skin. So we're using the same NRF2 activation as the Protandim pill from the outside in. We're repairing every level of the skin. So it's for skin repair. It's for to make us look good on the outside as well as the inside, and it works very, very well. The other product they've come up with is another pathway, a different pathway. It's called NRF1, and protein NRF1 is a mitochondrial pathway. So we're re-regulating different sets of genes to turn our body's ability on to make more and new mitochondria. The mitochondria are our little powerhouses in all our cells. And with time and with age, we get more and more damage to those mitochondria. They start to go away. The cell starts to damage and die. So we don't have as much energy production. When we can turn our body's ability on to repair those damaged mitochondria and to make new mitochondria, we're making more energy for our body. So it's a very, very impressive pathway. The third pathway that the company's come up with is called NAD. And we have an NAD synergizer. And that is a different set of messenger proteins to our different sets of genes. And NAD turns on protein messengers called sirtuins. And those sirtuins were discovered years ago because a group of scientists had taken 2 sets of mice and starved one set of mice. They put on a very severe calorie-restricted diet. And they found those mice end up living almost twice as long. And then they discovered the sirtuins, which are pathways to those longevity genes. And now they've discovered 7 sirtuins. They're different pathways to different genes, including genes that give us healthy cholesterol levels, healthy vascular system, healthy brain function, genes that turn on something called autophagy. Autophagy is our body's ability to clean out damaged cellular debris and misfolded proteins that, if they sit in our body, cause more damage to more cells. And it turns our body ability on to get rid of that damaged proteins and cells. The genes that regulate our metabolism at a healthier level. So together, they're actually designed to work together. And there's a synergistic effect or blend of each of these different pathways, but when we put them all together, there even is a more significant result. And by using them together, we see the best results. And those are the things that we recommend for everybody. So any questions?
Okay, yes. Dr. Gene, that's truly amazing. We have these miracle products. And before I open this for Q&A, you guys, for our guests, of course, I would like you to tell them, Dr. Gene, because I'm sure you were very much impressed about this product that we have. And that's the reason why you joined LifeVantage, even though you and I obviously did not have a network marketing sort of like a background. So could you just share with them the story to them, especially for those people who are here who have not had any background in network marketing? And that's the reason why we are opening up countries per countries and countries. And hear Dr. Gene DeLucia of why a successful doctor happens to choose to become a network marketing professional, you guys. So could you share with us just a little bit of your brief story, because it's an amazing story, you guys. So anybody can do that.
And I don't think I chose network marketing. I think it chose me, but anyway.
I love it.
My background is in Western medicine. You know, we're taught to diagnose disease. We're taught to put a name on that disease. We're good at that. But then we fail our patients. We're not really taught to cure anything. We're taught to maintain that disease for life. And that's why most of the diseases people get as they age, the chronic diseases, your doctor is going to tell you, oh, they're not curable. We can control them with medications, with drugs. We're not designed to cure you. I don't get paid to cure you. I get paid to maintain your disease. And the more diseases you have, the more money we make as doctors. It's a sad system in this country, but it's true. So when I was younger, my patients were younger. That was all good. They got better in spite of me usually. They got healthy again because their body had that ability to do that. But as we started aging, I saw it myself, I saw it in my patients, we saw more and more chronic diseases, diabetes, heart disease, cancers, all the diseases we see with aging, we started to see. And I got tired of passing out pills because I was just writing more and more prescriptions and giving more and more pills to people. And I thought, this is frustrating. This is not really helping my patient be healthy. I'm a firm believer in the law of attraction. I think if you put something out to the universe, it'll find you. And it found me in the form of that ABC News video. My UPS driver showed it to me, believe it or not. He knew nothing about this. He knew enough. He wanted to show me a video. And when I saw that video, I thought, wow. My first thought was, this sounds too good to be true. But if it's true, this is a big deal. And that's really what set me on a path of going home and looking at the science, reading through the patents, reading through the few studies we had at the time, and looking at how it worked, the NRF2 pathway. And I came back within a week and said, yeah, I want to be part of this. Not because I wanted to be a network marketer. I didn't know what that was. I had no desire. I had 3 clinics going. I was putting in 50, 60 hours a week. And I certainly didn't need the money. I didn't have time to do another business. And I didn't know anything about network marketing. And my biggest phobia in life was public speaking. So I thought, I'll never do this as a business. But I wanted the product. So I did join the company. I started taking it. I got my family on it, my parents, all my family, my friends. And I did bring it into my clinic. And I did measure everybody. When I got them on it, we did lab work. We did everything we could measure when they started. I did it again about 6 months. I did it again a year. I saw everybody improve. I got a huge belief in what we have that first year because I saw improvement in everybody. And I'm going, wow, this is a bigger deal than I thought it was. And that's really where we started. Secondarily, I did start to learn the business. I learned that you're not going to hit an elite level by signing preferred customers up. I thought that's the way I could do it, but I discovered fairly quickly that was not going to work. And so I went to my 2 best friends and I said, hey, I found a way for us to make some money together. You're going to come and look at this and we're going to do this together. And they did. And that's where we started. And we're all now professional network marketers, retired. And it was fun, but none of us had ever had any experience in it before. So we had to learn. We had lots of fun learning it. Made lots of mistakes, had lots of adventures. We did a lot of cold calling back then. So. But wow. It's been fun. It's been fun.
It's so inspiring, Dr. Gene, because, it gives hope to the many who are listening to us right now because, hey, a lot of you guys have never done network marketing, but like I said, look at the doctor here. I mean, he is also sick and tired of taking medications, you guys. So think of that way, okay? When you're talking to the doctor, don't get intimidated. His UPS driver, approach him. So basically what it tells us is like, whether you're approaching a person who has a medical background, who is a doctor, a surgeon, whoever, it's the same approach, right, Doc? It's the same approach. Look at Dr. Gene. When he decided to learn, to learn the business side of it, he just asked his buddy, hey, I may have found something that we can earn extra income together. That's it. You do not have to make it complicated, you guys. You just have to be raw. You just have to be sincere, honest, and never sell. Don't push products, but first, of course, you have to be the product of the product. You have to see the results, because when Dr. Gene here saw the results, that exactly the reason why he made a decision to kind of like learn the business model side of it. So it's truly amazing. So this is actually a great example for you guys that anybody can build a network marketing business. Anybody. So I am going to open, yes.
I can tell you, Kai, one, Brian did not get into me right away. He took several months and lots of persistence before he was able to get past my front office to get in to show me that video. Didn't say anything, but I just want you to watch this video. And I can tell people, you can't say the wrong thing to the right person. If the person is going to see it and get it, they'll get it. So I don't care who it is, whether it's your doctor, your lawyer, your school teacher, the pool guy, it doesn't matter. Whoever, the right person will see it and get it.
So you are emphasizing, Doc Gene, that follow-up is truly vital in our business, right?
Absolutely. Follow-up.
Hadn't Brian didn't follow up, I mean, nothing had happened, right? Nothing
No, if
happened.
you'd have given up after that first or second time, well, I'd still be practicing medicine in my office. Thank God he didn't give up.
Absolutely. And Brian is still
Brian
employed with
retired.
the UPS,
Yeah,
delivering products, right? Delivering packages rather.
yeah,
Goodness.
right.
And
He still
Brian
does
is,
his
you
best.
know, achieved freedom nowadays.
Yes.
Golly.
Yep.
And see, you've heard it straight from Dr. Gene. So truly, it's up to you to make a decision. And of course, like I said a while ago, call to action must take place. And follow up is the key. Follow up is the key. Do not ever give up because it's just the right timing. You know, is it high noon? You know, basically the first time that Brian approached Dr. Gene here was, it's not really keen on the what it's all about. But hey, when he took the product, I think when was the real, you know, the decision? When did you make the decision that you wanted to kind of, okay, I'm in for the business? You know, how many months?
Oh, it wasn't long. Oh, the business part, it wasn't long for me to join the company because it was the only way I could get the product. And I wanted to get it wholesale. So it took me a week of going home and looking at the research and what's behind it to actually join. The business part of it, yeah, it was probably 3, 4, 5 months before I really started saying, they keep sending me these little checks. I should probably see why I'm getting paid here. And I started looking at it. It took me a year and a half to figure out the compensation plan, but you know, that wasn't my concern as much. So.
And that check grew bigger and bigger and bigger. It became a serious check, giving you that freedom that you have right now. And so I have a question, like, how did Brian go for a close? How did he seal the deal with you? What was the questions that he asked?
First thing he did is he had come to my office. He knew the office manager's daughter, I think through school. And so I think he thought he had an in for that reason. And so he went to the office manager. Her job, of course, is to screen everybody from me because I'm busy. So he was very persistent, coming back saying, I just want to show doctor this short video. And she put him off. And finally, she came to me one day. Timing was right. I wasn't seeing patients. I was just sitting at my desk doing some charting. She came back and she goes, would you please watch this guy's video? Get him out of my hair. He's bugging me. So that persistence was enough to have her come back. And I said, yeah, sure, have him come in. So he and Fred Graves walked in, put their laptop down and said, we just want you to watch this video. That was it. They didn't really say anything. I watched the video and I think, wow, this looks really interesting. This may be what we've been looking for. And so I said to him, I actually bought a bottle from him right there. I said, I want to try it. I'll buy you a bottle from you. And I want to look at the research. So I went and did that. It took me about a week to really start to look at this. When they came back, they had Brandon Cunningham come in. And because he was the elite then. And that's really
support system starts to come in, right? The support, it's a part of our system.
That was the support, of course, because again, Brian didn't know anything about it, just knew he wanted to show me the video. Fred was kind of his support, to, you know, moral support, and because Brian was pretty afraid. And then of course Brandon came in and closed it and signed us up, and you know, we talked a little bit more. And then Lynette really helped us as far as introducing this to our office. So yeah, it was a good start. We had one meeting once a week we all went to. So they forced me to stand up in front and say something. So that's how I got my first experience talking in front of people.
And yes, I was the witness, Dr. Gene, and I didn't know you before because I was creating my Florida team during that time. And all we see is in the big blue calendar, by the way, you are the ones, the biggest, you know, that have the most weekly presentations every week, week after week after week after week. And then that's why Florida just kind of like expanded so fast, like crazy.
We were very consistent with it. We had weekly presentations every week. And when I started in my office, nobody showed up. After a while, we'd get one person or two people. But by the time I sold my practice 3 years later, we had 40, 50 people crammed into a small space, standing room only. So if you're persistent with it And that's what this business takes, is persistence, consistency. Your business grows. Yeah, it grows.
And would you tell them that this is truly possible for any single one of them, as long as they are 18 years old and above? Anyone can flourish in this business industry or business model. Dr. Gene, do you believe that? Because
Yeah.
people is our resources, right?
Sure. None of us in our upline had ever done this business before. Brandon Lynette Cunningham had never had done it. Fred Graves never did it. And he was terrible, by the way, when he started. Absolutely terrible. But he was very passionate about it, and he was very consistent. Brian, same way. Me, the same way. None of us were good. Trust me, we weren't good. And it just, through experience, through repetition. I remember many, many times standing in front of my mirror at home, saying out loud to myself what I was going to say, practicing both, you know, your elevator pitch, your little speech you're going to make. I remember doing it many times. So when nobody's good at this when they start. You'll make mistakes. You'll be embarrassed sometimes, but you just get past that. You know, people will shoot you down. Some of my family shot it down and shot me down, which was very discouraging. It's not the reaction I thought I'd get at all, but it didn't deter me from doing it. In fact, it made me more determined to do it and show them. So.
Wow. So you've heard it from Dr. Gene. You've got to be passionate. You know, you've got to have that passion, and you have to be very, very patient, because it's not, I mean, Rome wasn't built in 3 days. So you really have to be passionate about what you do. But the promise, you know, the surety about this business model is that it can be done, you know, and 2 to 5 year invitation. Guys, where are you in the next 2 to 5 years if you're not going to do this on the side? Where will you be? You're still going to be most of the time, you know, we don't know what's going to happen, but 2 to 5 years, I would guarantee you 90% of you guys will still be in the same place where you are right now. So, I mean, I think it's just the same thing. You know, Philippines is going to open in the its market, and you guys have the invitation to be the first, right, Dr. Gene? It is vital to be the first, right?
Absolutely. That's the best. Get in there first.
Absolutely. So we are calling all the visionaries and the early adapters right now. Don't wait for anybody. Make your decision right now. And of course, call to action. So I would like to open this for Q&A. If there's anybody would like to ask Dr. Gene or myself, if there's any questions that you want to ask, because I tried to ask Dr. Gene here so that you guys will basically hear it from himself, that, you know, there is an invitation that was done to him. There was a follow-up as well that was done to him. And the person, Brian, his business partner right now, has, you know, really went for a close and did the right, you know, the proven plan. He followed the system, right? From the very start. So until the finish line. So if you can duplicate that system, you guys, I believe that everybody can potentially win in this industry, right? So unmute yourself if you wish to ask a question. And
Hi.
Yeah,
I would love to ask a question, and also mention something that actually Dr. Gene had mentioned to me that I found so astounding. When you start doing the business, you think, wow, if only I was a doctor, I could really rock this business. I could just let everybody know, and I know all the science, and I have all this credibility. And I found it amazing that Dr. Gene had shared with me that his family, because they were his family, didn't really listen to him. But when he brought in his friend, the UPS driver, they were all at attention and listening to what he had to say. And I think if you can explain how having a third party, someone else, come in to be part of your support team, how important that is.
Yes, well, I can tell you, to my family, I was not the expert in anything. I was the kid that used to get in trouble all the time. So that they didn't respect you as a physician. Yeah, that third party validation is everything. It's something magical about two people telling somebody something. And it must be true when they hear from two people. So, and it doesn't really matter who the two people are, because I certainly know as much or more about the products than some of the people I use as a third-party validation, but I still want to use them. One, because when people hear it from somebody else, it seems to be more believable for people. And two, I want everybody to know that anybody can do this. So when I do a third-party validation, I want to say to them, hey, can you do what you just did? Well, yeah, you had me watch a video and talk to somebody else. I can do that. That's what we're teaching, that ITT. And I want the person hearing it for the first time to know that that's the system we use. So we still try to do that. Yes.
Thank you. That's awesome. That's very simple.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I have a question too. Dr. DeLucia, most people, they do get really excited and they love the video, the ones who really are passionate about the science and our technology. But the minute they find out it's network marketing, they react like it's the death. And I just want to know, how did you react, or how did you feel the minute they told you it was network marketing business model?
Honestly didn't know what that meant, so I didn't really react that way.
Okay.
My first thought was, well, I'm not interested in the business part of this. If the business is going to happen, it's just going to happen through me signing up, hundreds or thousands of people on products. I was
Have you
not
met people like that though?
So, and then after signing about 100 people up, I thought, okay, this is going to take too long to hit Pro 7 or elite level. So then I went and talked to a couple of my friends and said, I didn't ask them. I told them, I said, you're going to come and take a look at this with me. We're going to do this together. I didn't ask them. It was not an invitation. It was an order. And they did. They looked at it and they got it. And they said, okay, this is something we can do together. So luckily.
So you didn't get any resistance from some people?
My family was the worst.
No, but I meant in network marketing though.
I thought, oh, well, that was first person I approached was my sister. My older sister, I thought, oh, she'll love this. Very gregarious, very outgoing. She knows lots of people. And the first thing I told her, started telling her about it, she goes, ooh, you're going to be one of those dreaded network marketers. And you'll lose all your friends and nobody will answer your phone call and everybody. I'm going, wow, that's not the result. I was shocked, and yet she and her husband still take Protandim after 10 years. But yeah, they shot me down as far as the business. And so a couple of years back, we're all sitting around at the dinner table. And I said, I'm so glad I didn't listen to you. And of course, now that I'm retired and driving a new Jeep and all the other things that go along with LifeVantage, yeah, so.
I have a question, Doctor. I have a question. I was trying to ask my doctor to look at this during my appointment. So I asked her about, do you know NRF2 activator? And of course she said, no. Would you like to know about it? Yeah, it's always good to know something, she said. So I thought she was open, right? So I said, okay, can I give you a call? Of course, the doctors, they don't share their phones, right? With their patients, right? She said, just send me whatever information you can give me in my chart. They have this portal where you can email your doctor and it's confidential, right? So I don't know what to do after that. I said, I have to call you or I have to have someone answer your questions. And she said, but I don't have time when I get home. I still do work, something like that. Then she was like, not open anymore. So how do I?
The difficulty is, and I used to get approached all the time. I found something that cured Aunt Tilly's rheumatism, and I found something that got rid of my whatever it was, and they would bring something in, either something they cooked up in the bathtub or something that they found online. I took at it and very nicely said, okay, thank you. And it promptly went in the round file. I didn't have time to look at it. I honestly rarely looked at any of that. So it's difficult, to say the least, of trying to get somebody's attention on something. If I'm going to approach a medical professional, I think handing him a study that's highlighted is probably the way you may catch their attention. They might not look at it, but I still use it for some medical professionals. I might use the Washington State study and highlight the few highlights there, including the one that says the biggest breakthrough in the history of medicine. And I ask them, I says, just read the highlighted areas. It'll take 5 minutes. And if they do, some of them will be curious enough to then, you know, call me, and I will write my number on there. Or if I get back to them, they'll take the call. But it happens to me too. Most doctors, one, don't know anything but what they're taught in school and what the drug companies teach them. Two, don't have time because they're all busy, and they only know what they know. And we're not an open-minded group as a whole. So we're not very flexible. Let me put it that way. We're not very teachable. So even if I sign a doctor up, they're really hard to get them to teach network marketing too. So I would personally go after other people before I go to doctor. So.
I have a question, Dr. DeLucia.
Sure.
Well, in the Philippines, there are hundreds of supplements in the market. And what makes us different? And, you know, you mentioned about peer review studies. What makes that important to for the people to realize that our products has that?
Sure. One, I have to let people know this is a step beyond supplements. We're not supplementing something. These aren't vitamins and supplements. These are activators of our genes. This is thousands of times more powerful than any supplement you can take. So it's a new branch of medicine, essentially. To me, the studies are important, and some people don't understand because I'm trained in science. And as much as I love testimonials, I want to see science. And some people are like that. Not everybody. Some people don't care. But yeah, I want to see science, and the best science out there are those published medical studies, especially because they're independent of the company. The company did not sponsor most of those studies. That's what's impressive to me. I was also impressed that Pro-10 was developed at a university level because the universities are busy developing drugs for the drug companies, not natural products. So that surprised me in itself. But to see independent studies done on our products, not just ingredients, that's a big deal. And then to have published studies on them, peer-reviewed, that's a bigger deal. That's a very big deal. Not everybody understands that.
Thank you so much.
Any other questions, you guys? But by the way, our guests, especially in the Philippines, you guys, please connect with your US counterparts and take the products now. You've got to be the product of the product, and just for preparation purposes, take the products now. If you're listening to Dr. Gene DeLucia, how this actually is, actually they're second to none. Our activation products are second to none. We do not have any competition. We're literally disrupting the supplements industry, you guys. So, and if you are invited to build a business around that, I don't know why would anybody would not participate in that miracle process. So with that said, I believe I'm ready to kind of like,
can I just ask one quick question?
Okay. Sure,
you probably know it. Yeah, I might have missed it in the beginning, but did you say what the product range will be for Philippines? Did you say it was Tri-Synergizer? I can't remember.
This is just potential products that will be launched in the Philippines.
Okay.
Because we have launched the NRF2 in the Philippines and the True Science. So definitely, I am sure, because based on what the information that I have gotten, we will be pushing that.
Okay.
To register that back again, right? So all the, Pro-10 and True Science, and the rest is still no.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's focus on the products that we can register in the Philippines. Yeah.
Okay. No, that's all. Thank you.
You are welcome. And
I have a question.
Sure.
Hi, Dr. DeLucia.
Hello.
I talked to a couple of people, and those people were taking maintenance or prescription, And they were telling me, well, I have to show this to the doctor, to my doctor, before I can take anything. So do you think I should follow them up, forget them,
Sure.
or how should they react?
Absolutely. Follow up with them. Have them understand there's no drug interactions. We're not giving them drugs. These are herbal, natural products, very safe. And so when I tell somebody, yes, you can show it to your doctor if you'd like, he won't know what you're talking about because they don't know anything about epigenetics, activating our genes, or anything else. We're not taught those things. But if the doctor is in the least interested, I'd love to talk to him because if we can find that rare doctor that has an open mind about things like that, you certainly want to talk to them. You know, I do offer to give them something as a study if they want to go show the doctor. Again, I think that's probably the way that if a doctor is going to look, he's probably going to want to see something that's been published that has a chance of catching his attention.
Any recommendation what to show them besides?
I like the first study that shows that we can lower oxidative stress. I like that study. I like the Washington State study, the one calling, you know, on the NRF2 activation. It's not our product, but they do mention protandim in their study as an activator of NRF2. So I often hand that one to start. I think that's an eye opener. If they're going to spend a long time, I like the number 9 study too, but it's a lot longer and there's a lot of information in there. So I tend to lean towards the Washington State study. And if I'll highlight the parts of it I wanted to see, and it takes them 2 minutes then to read through it. And
Washington
make sure you put your phone number on it in case they get interested. So.
Okay, thank you.
Sure.
Wow, that's a great information, Dr. Gene. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think we need to let Dr. Gene go back to what he's doing right now because his time is so valuable, and really sharing his knowledge to us right now is so priceless. And so that's what we do here in LifeVantage. We have all the support system that we need. And guys, I get so excited because we can stand behind this product. Science, like no other have, you know? Other competitors, they don't have the science that's backing them up. So we've got it, guys. So that's the reason why I strongly believe, in my own opinion, we can offer you predictable success in the field of network marketing business. So with that said, thank you so much. And thank you for our wonderful special guest. Please show your love for him by dropping in a very, so much love with him. Type in a 1, say 1. Lots and lots of 1. Yay.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, Dr. Gene. Have a good evening.
Thank you. You too.
Ciao, ciao. Bye.